I know, you guys, we're talking about JoJo Siwa once again. I honestly didn't plan to, but she went on the Viall Files this week, and it has been all over my For You page with a lot of people reacting to what she had to say during this interview. But she also did reveal some things that we didn't know before, like some boundaries that she felt like Kath crossed while she was in the Big Brother house. So we're gonna get into everything that is being said right now. JoJo Siwa is on her Big Brother press tour right now talking about what happened on the show, and she paid a visit to the Viall Files podcast hosted by Nick Viall and his wife Natalie. The two are very close with JoJo, as JoJo and Nick were both on the show Special Forces together, and they very much bonded during that experience. So this was a very positive episode for JoJo to record, as Nick and Natalie defended her actions on the show. But of course, this has left a lot of people feeling like JoJo isn't taking accountability for how she hurt her partner's feelings while on the show. Though, like we've been talking about, some people feel like JoJo is just young and figuring out herself. A good majority feel like JoJo isn't seeing the situation like how her ex is. JoJo is basically saying the relationship didn't end because of cheating or her closeness with Chris HugheS on the show, and that there were other reasons. Whereas I believe her ex Kath believes Chris is part of the reason, not in a you broke up with me to be with Chris kind of way, but a I'm hurt how you acted with him type of way, found comfort in him and no longer want to be in a relationship with me. That this experience changed you and the way you feel about us. Cause no, JoJo didn't cheat, but the actions were definitely something that would hurt some feelings, especially when she was doing things and also publicly talking about being unsure about her relationship. Like, that's hurtful. But on the podcast, JoJo was mostly just upset that she felt Kath was pushing a narrative about their breakup being about Chris when she felt like it wasn't.
So many reasons why my breakup happened. Christopher is not one of them. And I actually told this to Kath, I was like, maybe it would be easier if he was, but
Sure.
He is not one of them. So if you're gonna share the story, share the story.
The romantic side of the speculation, it paints this picture of like infidelity and paints you as a villain.
Don't paint it out to look like I cheated on you with him, because I did not. I will nail my feet into the ground and I will stand on that ground. I did not, I would not, and I have not. You know what I mean?
Were you presented with doubts about your actions in the house with Chris?
No.
Okay.
No, because I straight up said, what are your boundaries?
At no time am I watching you and Chris and wondering
Like,
if you're seriously having a thing with this guy, or if you know, like I know who you are.
Our bond is beautiful, but our bond is what you saw.
I think to Kath, if Chris hadn't been in the house, JoJo probably would have been missing them a lot and yearning to be out of the house instead of finding comfort in someone and reevaluating her life. Because JoJo is saying they had asked what the boundaries were before going into the house, and I think Kath was willing to look past everything going on inside the house with Chris. It was just the emotional changes that were upsetting, and JoJo being able to lean on Chris.
Honestly thought I would come on here right now with my partner being like, it was just a TV show and it was all fabricated and we're happy as Larry.
And I think Kath would have been okay with, you know, the cuddling and the back scratches and whatnot between JoJo and Chris if JoJo was still feeling strong about their relationship after the show. But because JoJo wasn't on good terms with Kath coming out of the Big Brother house, Kath was probably feeling a bit different. But overall, it seems JoJo just isn't happy with the video Kath made talking about their breakup and how it went down.
We broke up for these reasons, and you know that. You know, Kath posted a video basically alluding to Chris and I are the reasons that we broke up. That's not the case. That is not the truth. And they know that and I know that. So they were going to, you know, post their video again, but because they wanted to share their story, but say like, hey, I did give some misleading information. Like JoJo and I have talked a bit more. Here's the truth, because I don't expect them to air out all the reasons why I did end things between us, because if they did, you know, it would be a little crazy. But all good if they wanted to, but I don't think that's the right thing to do either.
And JoJo also answered that she was surprised to see the video from Kath.
Were you just as shocked as like the rest of us to see their video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely was. I was on the phone with my mom and I saw it on Instagram first and it was, you know, cut off. So I was like, oh, the full version must be on TikTok. And then I saw the full 13-minute version, and I was like, oh, I'll be genuine, I did not watch
13
it.
minutes is
13 minutes is
forever.
I did not watch it. I did not watch it.
That's a movie.
It's a
That's-
movie. It's
Just as surprised as the rest of us is interesting because I think everyone in the comments was like, well, saw this coming based on the show. JoJo does mention, though, on the podcast that Kath broke some of the boundaries that she had set for them as well, though. So I will say that.
no, because I straight up said, what are your boundaries? And I had a few boundaries for them while we were in the house, and they actually did proceed to break those boundaries. I will say that. And that's something that it wasn't big enough for me to care about, but it was something that I had specifically asked, like, hey, look, for the 20 days, just can it with a few conversations. And those conversations actually picked up more. They had in-person ones as well. And like that for me was like, okay, look, I'm ending things anyways. It's just another reason, you know what I mean? It was another piece of pie on the plate.
Now, we don't know what these boundaries were, but JoJo saying that Kath crossed boundaries. Now, Nick then asks JoJo, why did Kath go to the finale and why didn't they have empathy for JoJo coming out of this mind F that is the Big Brother house? But JoJo explained it was the original plan, which Kath said in their video, they were hoping JoJo was just playing the game and that, JoJo wasn't actually about to make some life-changing decision immediately upon leaving the house. But JoJo says that they definitely felt forced to end things upon seeing Kath, as JoJo wanted more time to think and Kath wanted reassurance and to talk ASAP, and it turned into a storm and they broke up.
I knew I wasn't in a place for that. I'm already having all these crazy thoughts that I've been having in the house, and I need to formulate them. I need to talk to my mom. I need to be alone. I need to look at my phone. I need to see what's going on. I need to realize, what am I feeling? What are these thoughts? I'm not in a place to talk. So I'm in a place to have a fun, cute, opening conversation, but I'm not in a place to actually talk yet. And then about an hour into the wrap party, at the time my partner said, I want to come now. I've changed my mind. Like, what's the mood? I filmed a video of the party. I said, it's not really your scene, but if you would love to come, like, come. And so when they got to the party, they had these little, they were kind of like bananas for us. They were like little huts. And so we started to have a conversation, and I was like, just come in here for 10 minutes. Let's just have a chat before we go over there. And that conversation started immediate, and I was going to lead the talking, but then they kind of led the talking. And all I'm saying to every question they ask is, I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting cussed out. The security guard kept turning around to me being like, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like, because I understand where they're angry and where they're coming at me, but I also keep reiterating, like, I'm not in a place to talk. I was just with 13 people, down to 6, locked away for 20 days. I haven't spoken to anybody. I'm now in a room with 200 people. We're in this hut. It's outside. I haven't slept in 24 hours. I don't know.
Overstimulated. I need to be alone.
Like, and now I'm just like, it's just a whirlwind. 16 times somebody asks you, are you happy? Do you want to end things? You're gonna just spew your guts. And I was honest, and I said, if you ask me tomorrow, I don't know my answer. If you ask me right now, my answer is yes.
I think it's hard when one person is pulling away and the other can tell and wants reassurance, but the other person is asking for time and things obviously boiled over. But people have been vocal about their opinions, especially other TikTokers.
Theoretically, if I had a partner go on Big Brother and theoretically that partner was, I don't know, fondling another man's butt, just pre-call the authority. It's done. It's over. I'm gonna black out. I will black out. I would need to be chained. If anyone's seen Vampire Diaries, when they chain, when they're like transforming to being a werewolf and they have to like chain themselves down, that would be me. Put me in a straitjacket. Like, actually, the woman I love is on live TV getting her back tickled. I don't even care that it's a man. She's getting her back tickled by someone that's not me. Oh, put me in prison. Actually, put me in jail. I would black out to the point where I would have amnesia and I would totally forget who my theoretical partner was. Like, if she came back after Big Brother and was like, babe, like, it was nothing, we're just friends, I'd be like, I actually have never met you. Like, why is there a stranger in my house? I'd be like, have we met? Like, I actually have no idea who you are. Like, you're freaking me out because you're...
People have also written in the comments saying, sometimes when we are in the wrong, we have to make up reasons on our own minds and souls to justify our bad behavior and make ourselves feel like it had reason behind it. JoJo acting like it was a shock seeing Kath's TikTok. I bet it was a big shock seeing you have an emotional affair on international television. What? She's making up reasons that didn't exist as to why she ended it with Kath prior to entering the Big Brother. To make herself look good, she's trying to manipulate the audience. Oh, so it's Kath's fault? Makes total sense now. Yep, got it. JoJo later revealed Kath wanted a business class seat for the flight back home, which I will say I feel like this is meant to make Kath look bad when I feel like maybe the original round trip flight was probably that, and This last minute flight was economy because they weren't JoJo's partner anymore, so no need to spoil them. But the way it was said was as if Kath was being greedy.
You don't get asked me for a business class flight home and then do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
Or just
when I already got to a plane ticket home. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know. There's just a lot of
business class. Nick doesn't even put me in business class.
Yeah.
You're putting your ex in business class?
No, I did not. I was straight up. I was like, look, you posted the video again. You didn't give any context. Like, I don't feel comfortable asking my team to do that right now. Like, it's a mess. And we had a long talk about it not being a mess anymore. And it's a mess. And I think that there's just so much misinformation out there that would not be the right thing to do right now.
I mean, we don't know what really happened here, but people sure had their opinions, saying business flight home is the least she could have done after they flew to you just to get dumped after watching you be all over a man. Please, I'm with Kath. This woman is not showing any remorse. She humiliated Kath on TV. JoJo is being messy here. So petty. Why bring this info out? Bruh, it's the least she could do for Kath. Come on. This is low, JoJo. Kath had to fly 24 hours home in economy with no privacy after being internationally humiliated. A business class flight would have been nothing for JoJo to offer. If I was dating a millionaire and she just cheated on me on live TV, yes, I would expect a business ticket. Kath did respond to this with a video joking about the economy seat, saying returning home after flying economy. Now on the podcast, JoJo kept alluding to the fact that Kath was going to take their original video down and post a new one clarifying more about their breakup, but then JoJo went on the morning show with Chris, and I think Kath chose not to clarify things because JoJo honestly kind of made it seem like though her and Chris are just friends and it was platonic, you never know what can happen in the future, which probably upset Kath and made them not want to make a clarification video.
Following up that and them saying they were going to make that statement, I also was going on a morning show the next day with Chris, and we were going to shut the JoJo and Chris rumors down, and we were going to say we're friends. And I also was sure to say, like, look, life is life. You never know where life's going to take you, but I can tell you today, right now, Chris and I are friends. We have a great special bond, but we are friends. But in regards to my ex now, the conversation that I had with them was they were going to do their video, give a little more context, and then they asked me to not speak about them.
Now I'm sure this will all just blow over, but for now, it's what's getting talked about a lot because JoJo is on this press tour talking about the show and the drama, but I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.